A few years ago, I thought cold email was about copy, subject lines, frameworks, clever personalization. Then I ran real volume, hundreds of inboxes, multiple providers, millions in pipeline on the line. And that's when I learned the truth. Often cold email doesn't fail because of messaging, it fails because of infrastructure. When deliverability breaks, nothing else matters. Not your offer, not your copy, not your targeting. Your emails don't get rejected. They never arrive. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how we engineer cold email deliverability in 2026 so outbound becomes predictable instead of fragile. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Sergio Perea. I run Boost Hero. We build outbound systems for B2B companies using something I call revenue engineering. That means we don't rely on luck or vibes. We design systems around inputs, controls, throughput, and unit economics. Over the last few years, these systems have generated millions in pipeline across SaaS, biotech, and video production. Everything you are about to hear comes from real volume, real failures, and real data, not just theory. Here's the most important idea in this entire video. Deliverability is not a trick, deliverability is infrastructure. If the infrastructure fails, everything downstream fails. Replies, book meetings, pipeline revenue, all of it. So if you want predictable outbound, you need predictable deliverability. Deliverability isn't one tool. It isn't one hack. It isn't one setting. It's the combined outcome of many small components working together: domains, inboxes, IP pools, copy patterns, volume control, warm-up behavior, and provider rules. And here's the dangerous part. Most teams don't notice deliverability failures until pipeline drops because deliverability usually fails silently. First rule, never depend on a single provider. Google changes filters, Microsoft changes filters, and they don't warn you. So we diversify. Google inboxes, Microsoft inboxes, and backup always ready. That way, if one side degrades, the system keeps flowing. Revenue systems should never have single points of failure. Google and Microsoft don't behave the same. Google tends to evaluate trust over time, things like domain age, website history, engagement, and replies. Microsoft is far more aggressive with pattern detection. It looks at tenant behavior, IP pools, and whether your email looks like cold outreach. And that leads to the most misunderstood issue in cold email. A shadow ban is when your tool says sent, but the email never reaches the inbox. No bounce, no error, just silence. That silence is not market rejection, it's delivery failure. Most people respond by adding more inboxes or more domains. That doesn't fix the problem. If you're shadow banned, the fix is changing the signal and copy, not adding more volume. Outlook's AI punishes patterns. It penalizes long emails, templates, sales language, signatures, logos, and subscribe links. The safest Outlook emails look like a normal human message. One line, one question, under 40 words, no greeting, no signature. Something like, Mike, notice you are using HubSpot. Is your data hygiene still manual? That's it. No clever, just deliver. Gmail gets you more room, but don't abuse it. 4290 words, one short opener, one value line, one simple question. No heavy formatting, no templates. Clarity beats cleverness. Warm-up builds sender trust gradually. For Gmail, warm-up is mandatory. Minimum 2 weeks warm-up volume should be about 1.3 to 2 times your future sending volume. For Outlook, warm-up is optional but safer, and premium pools usually perform better. Spikes trigger filters, smooth curves build trust, think like load testing infrastructure. Your domain is who you are online. The rules are buy domains at least 30 days before using them. Older domains work better than brand new ones. Always keep extra domains ready, rotate slowly and on purpose. New domains equal more risk. These matter even more with Google. A Microsoft tenant is your email home. The rules here: one domain per tenant is the best. Two max if you really need it. Send low volume per inbox. Don't make sudden changes. Your tenant builds a reputation over time. Good or bad, it adds up. Sometimes Microsoft puts you on a bad IP. If you see this error, this is not a copy problem, that is an IP problem. Fix it fast. Open a Microsoft support ticket, ask for a new IP pool. If you ignore this, delivery stays broken. Don't rush sending. Save daily limits. Gmail, 20 to 50 emails per inbox. Outlook, 2 to 5 emails per inbox. Also watch total volume per domain. Volume helps, but only if you control it. Subjects should be boring. 1 to 3 words, plain text. Reusing is fine. Signatures should be simple. First name only. About the word unsubscribe, say this instead. Just tell me and I will stop. Outlook looks for patterns. If your emails look too similar, delivery drops. So mix it up. Different openers, different questions, small structure changes, real human messages beat perfect templates. The reality is that follow ups at risk. Outlook, one follow up, Gmail, up to three. Every follow up must ask a new question. Never copy and paste. Every day check bounce rate. If it goes over 3%, rotate inboxes. Every week, run inbox health tests. A score should be above 8 out of 10. If Outlook looks fine but replies suddenly stop, that's usually a shadow ban. Rewrite the copy. When results drop, stop and check first. No opens and no bounces, shadow ban. High bounces or 550 error, IP problem. Gmail replies weak, domain, or spam complaints. Never scale before fixing the problem. Inboxes under 30 days old, if they fail, replace them. Inboxes older than 4 months, pause sending, warm them again, rewrite copy. Email systems get old. Plan replacements early. Deliverability is infrastructure. If infrastructure fails, pipeline fails. If pipeline fails, revenue fails. So build systems, don't rely on luck. If you want to do this yourself, I put together a cold email deliverability infrastructure resource with everything you need to build this the right way, and you can find it in the description below. And if you want this design built and watch for you, you can book a call at boosthero.co. Either way, engineer the system first. That's how Album survives in 2026.